applying to summer jobs. I repeat, start applying to summer jobs for 2026. If you're looking to work full-time this summer, either for 1 month, for 2 months, for 3 months, maybe you want to save up for your fees, maybe you just want to have extra money in case of your post-study, you just need more money. In fact, you need to work full-time because your school gives you holiday. So if your school gives you a 1 month summer holiday, 2 month summer holiday, make good use of it, because this is like once in a year time opportunity, not in a lifetime anyways. Once in a year time opportunity. This is currently March. By this time last year, I started late anyways. I started applying to summer jobs in April. But by this time last year, I was gearing up for this summer job, because see, summer jobs are a thing in the UK, and I think in most developed countries. Why? Because during summer, people really do not want to work. They want to travel. They want to leave the UK. They want to go to new places. The sun is out. They want to receive they want to get as much entertainment as possible, because when it's winter, most people are indoors. From work, you come home, so you don't get to socialize. But during summer, socialization is at its peak. And as a student and an immigrant, a new person, you don't have that much vibe to socialize. Now who get money, they socialize. So this period, you target applications, job applications, like job openings for summer jobs. There are a lot of opportunities. When I mean a lot, because I recently started getting lots of notifications from Indeed, summer jobs. And I was not thinking, oh wait, yeah, that's true, because by this time last year, my eyes were open for these summer jobs. And for those who know, for those who have been following me, they know that it was this summer job thing that helped me pay up my fees, because that's the only time you get to work full time without any conscience, without fear, without saying, hey, what if you get. So seize that opportunity, especially for students of Leeds Beckett University who are January intakes. From May, you have June, you have July, August. School resumes like second, a bit third week of September. You have a lot. Hey, so if you start now, you will get a lot of, unfortunately, emails. Like, that one is certain. You're going to get a lot of unfortunate. So it's better to start in March. At least by the time you get, unfortunately, throughout April, from May, you start getting positive responses, you start getting interviews. So, and by May, most employers are desperate, because I mean, a lot of their staff have taken holidays. Some have left the UK, some are in the UK, but of course they've taken holidays, they are not at work, so they need that staff to fill in those positions. So like I said, if you're looking to get full-time roles this summer, don't wait until May to start applying. Don't wait until April to start applying. Start now to start applying, so that you start getting used to the unfortunately, and then of course prepare yourself for the tax ahead. So now in this video, basically I'll be telling you some of the roles or popular job opportunities you can be looking out for, because these areas usually need more hands during summer. Okay, so even if you do not have experience, most likely they employ people without experience this period, because like I said, they are desperate. They need people to fill in those positions, so they'll give you like a quick training and whatever, and then you start working. Like for the most part, for most jobs here, especially with menial jobs or jobs that are not so professional, you get on the job, like you learn on the job. Yeah, basically. So for instance, you probably haven't done like a till, you haven't operated a till before, but because of desperate times require desperate measures, I be how they take talk and you get, so they still get to employ you. So don't bother, oh, I don't have experience, don't worry, just apply. You will most likely get the job. So what are possible roles you should be looking out for this summer, especially if you are a student? I don't know, if you're not a student, I don't know, but at least for students, okay? The first thing, of course, and the most popular is hospitality. You see hotels, you see bars, you see cafes, you see restaurants, anywhere, like you see pubs, you see anywhere that welcomes like people to come and drink, to come and eat, to come and socialize. That place is a very hot spot. Like I said, let me give you a quick assignment. Like whenever the sun is out in the UK, even if it's like on a regular winter day, but the sun is out and the weather is warm, you see that popular restaurant on your street, you see that popular pub on your street, or that place you just usually casually pass, and you see a few people there, just go to that place, just pass by. You would notice that if you usually see like 10 people there, you see about 50 or 40, 80 people there, and you'll be shocked, like, what's happening? This was my first cultural shock when I came to the UK. One of my cultural shocks, like during summer or when the sun came out, I passed by a restaurant, like a regular bar, and there are a lot of people outside. You know, usually bars usually have, or restaurants usually have seats inside and then seats outside. So during winter, people just, go inside because obviously it's cold outside. But during summer, almost like the bus, in fact, if I see that scene again, I'll try to make a video so you guys get the context I'm talking about. Like, you see a lot of people outside. There's no party, there's no event. They just came to drink, they just came to chill, they just came to be with their friends, you get. But you'll be wondering, like, what's with all the crowd? Where have these people been all this while? Yeah, that's what happens during summer. So of course, when those bars, when those restaurants, when those hotels, if they usually would employ 10 people, so even when their regular staffs do not go like on holiday, during summer like this, they need more hands, because who go serve all those people drinks, who goes attend to the hotels, who go clean the rooms, who go do all those things. They need more hands, especially even with hotels. So the way people travel out of the UK for summer, that's how a lot of people to also come into the UK, okay, for summer, okay. So when they come, they need to lodge in hotels, they need to stay, they need to visit places. All of those hotels need staff. So if you're someone who likes to dress bed, who likes to do homekeeping, is it housekeeping? Yeah, who likes to do housekeeping, who likes to serve, at hotels, you like to do waiter job, bam, 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 dust your CV, because it's gonna be a long ride, okay? So now that's one. The second job opportunity you should be looking out for is retail assistant, cashier, stock replenishment from Sainsbury, Aldi, Primark, all these stores that sell clothes, all of that. Now, mind you, like I said, during summer, a lot of people, there's usually an outfit change. So during winter, you wear things like this jumper, you wear a lot of, trousers, things that cover your body, woolly clothes and all of that. But during summer, people do like an outfit overhaul. So all of your winter clothes, you fold them, you keep them on one side, and it's time to wear summer clothes. And of course, when you wear, so aside shopping online, you also shop offline. You go to Primark, you see a lot of crowd there, already have a lot of summer deals. Primark will be advertising summer deals, and a lot of people will be trooping in to change their clothes, to buy short skirts, to buy bomb shorts, to buy lighter clothes, spaghetti hand. You get all those kind of things. So the shops are also busy. They'll need more people to replenish stock. They'll need more cashiers. They'll need more people at the till. So one thing I noticed with Primark is that when it's not so seasonal and everywhere is quiet, you notice that if there are 10 tills, for instance, you have like five attendants, because at least the crowd is not much, so they can manage that. But then during seasonal or during peak periods, they ensure that all of those tills are manned by people. And of course, most times when during peak period, they employ people on a fixed term contract. You know what a fixed term contract is? They employ you like maybe during summer, say it's just for 2 months, it's just for 3 months. After that, you go back to your regular job, or you go back to being unemployed. I'm so sorry, whatever condition you are, you just go back to. But basically, it's a fixed term contract, okay? So after that period, okay. The third opportunity you should be looking out for is tourism. Museums, theme parks, any place, it's just similar to hotel, but basically there are tourist centers, like maybe parks, like all of these parks where you get to see natural waterfall. If you live in a city where like it's a tough spot for tourism, like if you live in a bubbling city where people travel from across the UK to come to, see certain kinds of places, or people travel from around the world to come, then you should consider tourism. Because when there is a surge regular, it's not just in the UK, when there is a surge, like a peak period where a lot of people come for tourism, it usually happens during summer because the weather is good, okay? So when there's a surge like that, they also require more people to work in the tourism sector. And of course, like I said, it's for a fixed term contract, 2 months, 3 months. So you should also be looking out for those tourism roles. There are many things you can do to work in tourism. You can be a tour guide. You can be like a staff within like a restaurant inside the tourism area. There's just a lot you can do, okay, in the tourism sector. The next thing is children roles. See, I know that I made a video that went viral on TikTok about how it's Easter holiday and it's going to be 2 weeks, so I'm a teaching assistant and I feel so sad about it. Like, I'll be out of job for 2 weeks. But then on the brighter side, during summer, there are also opportunities for teaching assistants, cover supervisor. If you're in the education sector, the summer is also an opportunity to get more jobs, more children roles. Now, they usually have summer camps like during the holiday. Sometimes it runs throughout August, sometimes 3 weeks in August and 1 week from September, or depending on how it is arranged, but there's usually summer camps. So last year I was going to get a summer role, like in a summer camp, of course, but the reason I didn't get that role was that they were asking if I had this particular first aid certification. They need a specific one, while I had that like similar first aid certification. I did not have that particular one they were looking for, and they wanted everybody because it's like a boarding house, like you are going to practically live there. So they wanted every single person in that particular camp to have that certification. And since it was urgent, I couldn't get it like that, blah blah blah. But the summary is that I didn't get that job. But then their summer roles, even nurseries, require more hands during summer. So the way some staff also travel, that's how some nursery staff or some people who, of course, not usually open during summer, so they usually also sometimes need supply staff. So children roles. So while those roles may not be long as regular as the restaurant staff that could last for 3 months or 2 months, summer camp roles are maybe like 3 weeks, at most 1 month. But better a bird at hand is worth 32 in the bush. No, but it's not worth 32 in the bush, but you get my point. It's better to have that 3 weeks job or 1 month job than nothing at all. Okay, so if you are a teaching assistant and a cover supervisor and you still want to be in the education industry, you can, it's high time you speak to your agencies. You can speak to your agencies now to know, oh, what are the opportunities there for me? Do you guys have summer camps? Do you guys work with schools that go on summer camp? What's going to happen? Or better still, start applying directly to these schools. So if you have experience already as a teaching assistant or a cover supervisor, it's easier for these schools to, hire you. Okay, so the next role you should be considering is cleaning student accommodation. Yes, as crazy as, no, it doesn't sound crazy anyway, but as odd as it sounds, it is a very lucrative time. You see August, you see July, you see August and September. Mind you, most schools like start a new academic session in September. What that means is that old students vacate student halls, and these student halls need to be cleaned, needs to be refurbished and all of that. Of course, they need human hands, they need hands to do all of this cleaning. Most of these student accommodation start advertising for, we need cleaners, and most of those roles sometimes last over a month because student halls are big, they are massive, many schools. And if you live in a place like Leeds, now there are 3 universities in Leeds. There are several other colleges in Leeds. So most of these universities have like their own student hostel, then private hostels, a lot of them you get. So when these students leave in around July, because that's when like the semester ends, around June, July, they leave. They usually hire cleaners to clean the student halls, to make it prepare it for the new students. So that is a very lucrative. When I mean lucrative, if you go on Indeed by now, they should start advertising for, they call it temporary cleaners, student, I can't remember the particular term they use, but temporary cleaners for student accommodation, student halls. You'll see those jobs, a lot of them there. Okay, and then the pay is also good. Well, I think they pay, most of the jobs roles I've seen, they pay a little above minimum wage. So it's cool, it's convenient. So you can do that role for full time. You can do that thing full time for a month or more than a month. Like I said, this role, the student halls are a lot. So it's not something you can do within 2 weeks. It's not something you can do within 3 weeks even. Okay, so it could last up to a month, and now full time role a month makes sense. Next is warehouse and logistics. Nobody likes warehouse jobs, even people who don't like you anyways. But like I said, just for a short period, just for summer, after which you go back to your regular job. That's if you have one. But if you don't have one, you have in Jesus' name. Okay, so like I worked in the logistics company back in Nigeria for some time before I moved here. Okay, and we usually have peak periods. Like, so then it used to be like Christmas, it used to be like Easter, Valentine, all of those periods where there are influx of parcels in and out, just like that. It's the same thing here in the UK with summer. So as much as people are shopping on Primark, River Island, like physical stores, they are also shopping online. They're also shopping on Vinted. They're also shopping on Boo. They're also shopping on Fashion Nova. Most of those brands, they also shop online. So during summer like this, while people are doing offline, some people are also doing online. So parcels, like the warehouse is busier than normal. Okay, so warehouse logistics, they usually advertise for delivery drivers, short-term delivery drivers. If you have a van, if you have a car, if you have a bike, basically with the warehouse is bubbling this period. So if you already work in the warehouse, say that much to go get overtime like scatter. You will have overtime like crazy. Okay, I know what it means to have like peak periods during logistics. So you see, this one is a if I contact my warehouse agency, that particular warehouse agency I've been running from, if I contact them this period or more, like during summer, they will not have a choice but to, because at some point they get desperate and they're like, I beg, anybody should just come, you get. So if you are physically strong and you have the mental capacity to carry a warehouse job this summer, find yourself to the nearest warehouse, go and collect money, or you will collect small mental stress. You collect small mental stress, on the way. But yeah, it's better than staying at like it's better than being unemployed though. Okay, so if you have an opportunity to work full time, just take it. After all, it's for a short period. Even if it's a job you do not like that, a lot of people are doing jobs they don't like. So Why not? This list will be incomplete if I don't talk about summer internships. So if you're a student, probably you just finished your first semester, you probably need to be looking for student summer internships. Summer internships usually last from 1 to 3 months. Like the name implies, summer internship. A lot of workers travel, or even when they don't travel, it's usually really slower at the offices, like regular office based. I'm talking about office based roles. So for office based roles, during summer is usually slower. I won't even lie, because a lot of people are calm. Summer is like Christmas in Nigeria. How do I explain it? Christmas in Nigeria, a lot of people are not so, everybody's just focused on celebrating Christmas. So when you talk about something serious, they'll tell you, next year, that's how it is with summer. When you talk about anything serious, they're like, please, after summer, because during summer, the people in the UK want to enjoy, they just want to explore. So office-based roles, usually, if you can get internships like within these offices, where you get to learn a thing or two about your courses. So if you're someone who doesn't want to work, you don't give a bloody damn about the money, like me. If you don't give a bloody damn, like you are rich already, your parents are funding you, you have a sponsor. Like I always say that if I have a sponsor, if I pack shift, make I know it cost. If I work, all this my hard working is because say you get na condition make refuge bend. But if you have someone who is sponsoring you, to be honest, don't go and be hustling for full-time summer jobs. Go and do a summer internship. It will help your career, it will boost your CV, it will do everything for you. Okay, leave shift for people where they won't pay school fees so that they feel see money pay school fees. To be fair, go and do a summer internships. Like, go and do a summer internship. If I will speak rubbish, go and do a summer internship. It is lucrative for you, and of course, you're going to learn a lot. Like I said, this is the best time to start applying to jobs. Most of these jobs this period can give you up to 3 months fixed term contract. And you know, I remember one of my classmates started working full time from like July. Immediately, we just finished the semester in June. Towards that June, from that June ending to almost July, they start working full time. Imagine working full time from almost June to nearly the end of September. Hey, money they flow. Like they use bullion van, they pack the money. Okay, so yeah, go on Indeed, go on Glassdoor, apply directly to sites to these companies, however you want to do it, but then start applying. Don't wait until the very last minute. Anyways, guys, this is what I say I should tell you, because I'm like, when I started getting this notification, I always said, oh, I'm supposed to come here to tell students to start applying, but then I keep forgetting. But today I'm like, you know what, take it, it's long overdue, so it doesn't come really too late. Okay, and then you now miss out on these opportunities. I am not enthusiastic about applying to summer roles because I'm currently fixed on my full-time permanent roles. So summer roles are just, if it comes, but now where my mind day now, full-time job. Okay, anyways, guys, thank you for always watching my video. Thank you always for engaging. Thank you for always keeping me going. Okay, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles.